A lot of you might have registered yourself or your projects with the RARA authority, but the responsibility of the compliances doesn't end there. What you need to do is continuously keep yourself updated with the RARA authority and complete the compliances so as to avoid any imposition of penalty which RARA authority might put upon you. So let's see what all you have to do. So what will happen if you do not do these compliances? A penalty will be imposed as per the RARA Act 2016. Section 61 of the RARA Act 2016 talks about the penalty which will be imposed upon the promoter or the developer in case he or she is unable to fulfill the compliances. The penalty can be levied up to 5% of the estimated cost of the project, and it is upon the discretion of the authority to levy such penalty. Now, what is agreement for sale? Agreement for sale shall be in writing. You cannot enter into an oral agreement with the allottee. Next is it must be registered under any local authority, and the registration will be as per any local law in force, and the parties should not and must not, as per the guidelines of the RARA authority, engage into any unfair means to avoid the levy of stamp duty or other fees as applicable. So this is very important to enter into agreement for sale as per the legal rules which are applicable. And mostly nearly all the states and union territories have provided a draft agreement for sale in their rules or regulations. For example, Rajasthan has provided Form G as its agreement for sale, as per which agreement for sale is to be drafted between the allottee and the developer. And UP RERA has also provided agreement for sale regulations, according to which a developer needs to execute the agreement for sale. And what is the importance of agreement for sale or benefit of agreement for sale for the developer? A major benefit is that we can enter in clause which regarding the mutual and discussion and settlement before approaching the RERA authority. The benefit of this clause will be that the allottee will not be able to approach the RERA authority in case of any dispute without agreeing to mutual discussion and settlement. So this is a very beneficial clause to the developer or the promoter, and this clause is very much valid as per the Maharashtra Regulatory Appellate Tribunal judgment. After agreement for sale with the allottee, the promoter needs to form an association of allottees when the majority of the plots or apartment or building have been booked. Majority means 51% of the total approved plots, apartments or buildings have been booked. The date is from the date of booking, not the sale or possession. So the 3 months period which have been provided by section 11 clause 4 subclause E will be counted from the date of booking of majority of the allottees. Formation of association of allottees is a very important step which most of the developer tend to skip due to the ignorance of this particular provision. And now let us understand what is the relevance of this provision and how the whole procedure is done. For the formation of association of allottees, the promoter will need to apply to the concerned authority for the formation from the date on which the majority of the apartments have been booked. For example, if there are 100 apartments in a building, when the 51st apartment is booked, not sold, is booked, then the promoter or the developer will need to approach the concerned local authority. The completion of the project, the developer needs to obtain occupancy and completion certificate. Now, what is the difference between these occupancy or completion certificate, and when are these applicable, or which one do I need to obtain? So suppose there is a project which I am developing a plotted development. So there will be no need to obtain occupancy certificate, rather only completion certificate will be required in my case. On the other hand, if I am developing a project which consists of apartment, then I will need to obtain both the completion certificate and the occupancy certificate. And the responsibility to obtain both of these certificates or one of these lies on the developer or the promoter. Have to transfer the possession of the plot or the common areas. Possession of the plot will be transferred to the respective allottee, and the common areas or amenities or facilities will be transferred to the association of allottees. Then second thing, you have to transfer the respective title documents pertaining to the said plot or the common areas related to the common areas. The documents relating to the title documents relating to the plot specific will be transferred to the allottee, and the title documents or other required documents regarding the common areas facilities will be transferred to the association of allottees. Now comes the duration. In what duration do you have to complete all of this process? So the whole process of execution of conveyance deed needs to be done within 3 months from the date of obtaining the occupancy or completion certificate. We have discussed obtaining the importance and the relevance of obtaining completion certificate and occupancy certificate in step number 4. So after you have obtained those certificates or one of those certificates, you need to execute the conveyance deed with the allottee and the association of allottees within 3 months. Now the issue is that the 3 months sometimes is a very short duration of time, or sometimes the allottee wants the conveyance deed to be executed before the obtaining of occupancy or completion certificate. So what a developer can do in that circumstance? So when we have discussed those certificates, it is, I think, very much clear that obtaining those certificates is a condition precedent. So the conveyance deed cannot be executed without obtaining completion certificate or occupancy certificate. If the local authority does not certify that your building is complete or that your building is fit for possession, how can you convey the same building or plot to the respective allottee? So this is a very important step which you need to complete. Otherwise, if the said matter is brought to the notice of the RERA authority, the imposition of penalty is very heavy, because this is a serious lack of fulfilling of duty on part of the promoter. All sort of liabilities with until the possession is transferred will be and solely of the developer, because the allottee will not be having any authorization or possession or ownership right till the possession is transferred, and the possession is transferred while when you execute the conveyance deed. So now we understand the importance of the conveyance deed, because if you do not execute the conveyance deed, you will be remaining liable for all the outgoing expenses. So the execution of conveyance deed is very important. It is important to note here that all these steps which I am telling you are interrelated. So if you omit to do or fulfill any one step out of these, there will be a chain reaction. So if you fulfill to obtain, for example, completion certificate. So if you fail to obtain the completion certificate or the occupancy certificate, you will not be liable, you will not be able to execute the conveyance deed. If you are not able to execute the conveyance deed, how will you transfer the possession of the said project or the particular apartment? And if you do not transfer the possession, then you will be remaining liable for the outgoing. The aggrieved allottees shall be entitled to receive appropriate compensation in the manner as provided under this Act. So the allottee has come to me running. Now what will I do? Within 5 years he has come. Another headache. So it is my duty. The RERA has provided me with yet again another duty. Which duty? That I have to rectify those defects. If water is dripping down from the ceiling, I have to rectify that from whatever means. without any further charge from the allottee. So I cannot say, Aloti, ki you have been residing in this apartment from 4 years. You have used your plumbing system badly. You have used your sanitation system badly. That is the reason the water is dripping down. No, I cannot say that because it is my duty to rectify those defects without any further charge. The provision has explicitly said it is shall be the duty of the promoter to rectify such defects without further charge. And I have to rectify the defects. Upon that, I have to rectify that within 30 days. I cannot postpone.